first question is explain briefly on MFRS 8. So I will answer this question in three parts. The first part is on the background, on the principles, and on the application. So MFRS 8 background. So it is an operation segment. It is issued by MASP in July 2009, and it is equivalent with the International Financial Reporting Standard 8. So what is the principles and the definition? FAR 8 stated an entity shall disclose info to enable its user to do abbreviation. So what are the abbreviation that MFAR 8 will do? First is nature and financial effect of the business activities that the company is engaging. Second is economic environment which the company is operating. So MFRS application, which means that what entities is applicable with this MFRS. So the first is entity which has equity or debt securities are publicly traded, or entities in the process issuing securities to the public, or entities who voluntarily providing segmental information. Second question, explain briefly the chief decision of making, which is CODM. Second is provide two examples of CODM in publicly listed Malaysian companies. CODM. So the role of CODM is allocating resources, which means that CODM will do the budgeting and plan towards all the departments or segment inside the company. Second is assessing the performance of operating segment, which means that CODM will do evaluation of the value of the company and the performance. Third is principle for making such a decision, which means that no matter which is he is a CEO, managing director, as long as he is responsible for making such a decision, so it will be considered as CODM. So these are the two examples of CODM. First is Dr. Prem Kumar Nair, which is the Group Chief Executive Officer of IHH Healthcare Berhad, and this is the logo. Second is Dr. Jeffrey Salim Davidson, Group Chief Executive Officer of Sam Davi Berhad, and this is the new logo. So for me, thank you.
Types of segmental reports.
Business segment report show the finance performance based on different business activity and product line. For example, company may report segment show industry, motor, healthcare and others. This help user understand which is business are aggregate in higher revenue and profit, and which segment are less profitable. Geographic segment report break down revenue and profit by country and region. This type of report help stakeholders assess market consideration, generation profile, exposures to economy to regulatory risk in different countries. It is especially used for company operation multiple region.
Benefits of segmental reporting.
Better resource allocate insight. Segmental report show how manage allocate resource across different mentor by looking at segment revenue and profit inventor, and can define the company main focus area and growth strategy. This transparency help use assess whatever management decide align with long-term business growth. Improve risk assessment and market analysis. As segmental report also improve the risk assessment. For example, heavy risk on one region may indicate concentration risk, revenue from multiple risk show diversification. Segmental information also can help investor even identify growth opportunity and competitive strength in different market. MFRS 8 improve transparency by element external report with internal management view. It provides valuable insight to both business and geographical performance. Overall, segmental report support better design making, improve inventor confidence, and exchange the honestness of management statement.
Hi, I'm Danish and I will continue for MFRS 134 Interim Financial Reporting. MFRS 134 Interim Financial Reporting prescribes the minimum content of an interim financial report and the principles for recognition and measurement to be applied in interim financial statement. The main objective of MFRS 134 is to ensure that interim financial information is timely, reliable, and consistent with annual financial statements, thereby helping users such as investors and creditors assess an entity's financial performance, financial position, liquidity, and cash flow on a more frequent basis. Okay, now I will continue with two significant events and transactions that affect an entity's financial position and performance since the end of the last annual reporting period. The first one is changes in capital structure of financing activities. Examples include issuance or repayment of borrowings, issuance of shares, or payment of significant dividends. These transactions affect the entity's financial position by changing liabilities or equity and may also impact finance costs and earnings during the interim period. Then, the second one is significant changes in operating performance or asset values. Examples include impairment losses on assets, write-downs of inventories, major acquisitions or disposals of assets, or significant changes in revenue due to economic conditions. Such events directly affect the entity's profit or loss, asset values, and overall financial performance since the last annual reporting period.
Generally, it can be half-yearly or quarterly. The report covers the current period, year-to-date, and comparatives. For a quarterly report, a financial year is divided into 4 quarters. The first quarter runs from 1st January to 31st March. The second quarter is from 1st April to 30th June. The third quarter is from 1st July to 30th September. And the fourth quarter is from 1st October to 31st December. MFRS 134 prescribes that interim report consists of statement of financial position, statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flow. Statement of financial position as of the end of the current interim period and a comparative SOFP as of the end of the immediately preceding year. Statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for the current interim period and cumulative for the current financial year to date with comparative SPOCI for the comparable interim periods. Statement of changes in equity cumulatively for the current financial year to date with a comparative statement for the comparable year to date of immediately preceding financial year. Statement of cash flow cumulatively for the current financial year to date with a comparative statement for the comparable year to date period of immediately preceding financial year. For the overview of Digi.com Berhad's current and comparative interim financial statement, let us take a look at the provided table. This table highlights the reporting period for different components under the interim financial reporting framework. For the statement of financial position, the current period covers from 1st January to 30th June of 2011, while the comparative period refers to the full year of 2010. For the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, we have two types of interims. The first one is the interim covers only the second quarters, which are from 1st April to 30th June, while the other one, the cumulative, are covering from 1st January to 30th June. Both of these are compared against the same period from the previous year. The statement of changes in equity and the statement of cash flow are both covered for first quarter and second quarter, which is from 1st January to 30th June for both current and comparative period. This format ensures consistency, transparency, and comparability in financial performance and position across period. This is the condensed consolidated statement of financial position for Digi.com Berhad. Here are the condensed consolidated statement of comprehensive income for Digi.com Berhad. This is the condensed consolidated statement of changes in equity for Digi.com Berhad. And here are the condensed consolidated statement of cash flow for Digi.com Berhad.